Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Thank you. So welcome to Rotary's Municipal Awards. We're gonna start off with a Pledge of Allegiance, so if everyone could stand, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You can have a seat now. Thank you. So my name's Alexander Vera. I'm the current president of the Rotary Club of Fitchburg, and I welcome you all today. This is going to be my last municipal awards as president, and then we have Danye Doucette, who is our president-elect, who's taken over after me. So this is very exciting. It was an amazing time getting to meet so many new people in the community and working together to get things done. Just this past Saturday, we had our Rotary Day of Service, where we completely fixed and renovated a sandbox at the Phillip Street Playground. So it was amazing, and it's great to really give back to the community. So without further ado, I'm gonna bring up the chairperson of the awards committee, former Mayor Mary Whitney. Thank God this is my last time.
You put a really nice speech.
No way, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Good evening, honorees and guests and their friends and relatives of the honorees and their guests. I would like to acknowledge FATV, who is broadcasting this evening, so that those of you at home can enjoy the evening with us. I would also acknowledge that we have with us this evening a representative from Senator John Cronin. We actually have State Representative Mike Kushmerika here this evening, and our beloved Mayor Steve DiNatale. Before we begin this evening, I would like to give you the opportunity to learn more about the many works that our clubs are involved in. The motto for Rotary is service above self. I will now tell you a little bit about what our local clubs are doing. Just this past weekend, the Rotary Club in Fitchburg spent the day rebuilding the Phillip Street Playground. The men and women of Rotary worked together to rebuild a sandbox by taking out the rotted wood and the old sand and replaced it with new material. They replaced a broken fence that has been broken for many years. This will not only make the children happy, but also the neighbors. They even clear the sidewalks and cut brush that was blocking the road. That this is work that they do any place and any time somebody is needed. Each year, Rotary decides on a special theme. These themes remind us of the important service each of us can render to help anyone, anywhere, at any time. Each year, our clubs decided that it was important for our groups to honor people from our community who, in our opinion, and in the opinions of their supervisors, have done outstanding work in their field. One who takes pride in their work and have demonstrated significant service over their lifetime on the job. Before we begin this evening, I would like to give you an opportunity to learn about Rotary and the many works close to home that our clubs do. Locally, our clubs have been continuously involved in civic affairs and community services. Rotary East puts on a Super Bowl brunch, which always draws a big crowd. Rotary East members are the ones who plant and maintain the flower boxes that are planted along the main street. They spend many hours fixing the boxes, planting the flowers, and keeping them watered. This is for the enjoyment of all of us who live and work in Fitchburg. In fact, this past Sunday, Rotary East planted and fixed the boxes on Main Street. Each year we have the Breakfast for the Bands, which has become a major event for everyone to get together before a big Thanksgiving Day. This event was started to help defray the costs of one band who did not have enough money to buy uniforms. It has grown into a major event in both cities. One year it is held in Fitchburg, and the next year it is held in Leominster. We also have the pleasure of hearing both bands playing for us while the breakfast is going on. Each month, a student from one of our 4 high schools are honored for their academic achievements and all-round involvement in their schools. These students also receive a scholarship at the time of their graduation, which is all donated by Rotarians. Rotary also supports the literacy programs, not only in the United States, but also in many countries around the world. For the past few years, our club has been giving every student in the 3rd grade in the city of Fitchburg a dictionary for themselves, a book that they treasure because it's probably sometimes one of the only books that they actually own. Rotary International, through its foundation, has spent money in India to build water towers so that they will have clean drinking water to help solve some of their many problems. Fitchburg actually has a water tower that was built in India, named after the Fitchburg clubs because of the amount of money we raised for that purpose. This year, through this district has decided to help the people in Ukraine. All the monies that is being donated is put together in the district and sent to Rotary clubs in Ukraine. A local doctor even donated some badly needed equipment, which we shipped over to Ukraine. Fitchburg was pleasantly surprised to find out that our club was the one that sponsored the first Rotary club over there. When we had a speaker recently, he said money was important, but items of medical supplies and supplies of all kinds are what they are looking for. In 1985, Rotary, through its foundation, has undertaken a project to eradicate polio throughout the world. We are still continuing to reach those countries by raising $200 million so that all the children will be free of this disease. This year our project is to help Puerto Rico because of their disaster. Some places still do not have electricity, and many of their schools do not even have roofs because they have no money to fix them. These programs support an array of projects that save and invigorate lives of people around the world and enhances friendship and understanding. It provides opportunities like food, water, healthcare, immunization, and shelter for millions of people. As Rotary International states what it means to be a Rotarian. To be a Rotarian is to dig a pool in which we may never swim in. To be young is to dance to music which we did not write. To be a Rotarian is to write the music which you may never dance to. To be young is to sit on the trees we planted, but the Rotarians will never sit under it. This is what the Rotary is all about. Tonight, the Rotarians are happy to be present to you this year's honorees for the work that they have performed. I would like to take this opportunity to thank each and every one who helped put this evening event together. I need to thank our sponsors who have supported us for many years. And without them, we could not have such a lovely night. Please read the booklet, and if you can, please support each and every one that's in there. I would like to thank Alex, Gwen Foster, Danielle Doucette, and Mary Alexander Moylan for all the help that you have given me. I couldn't do it alone. I want to be especially thank Danielle Doucette for all the work that she has done for me this past month. Because I had personal problems and I was not able to do all that I usually do, but everything came out very nicely. Thank you for all coming, because your show of support means a lot to the honorees. Before we say the grace, I just want to let you know the waitresses will tell each table when it is their turn to go to the buffet. But please stand and bow your heads, because I will be giving the invocation, because Father Dolan is home recuperating from COVID. Let us bow our heads. Today we are gathered together to honor many individuals who have worked hard and earned the reward they will be receiving this evening. The Rotary Club has a motto, which is service above all. The group works together to make others people happy. Tonight we ask you, Lord, to bless the people who are preparing the food and that we will be partaking in, and for each and every one who is here to enjoy their individual award. Remember, character is doing what's right when nobody is doing it alone. Remember, alone we can do so little. Together we can do so much. God bless the Rotarians, and God bless each and every one of us that is here this evening. Thank you. I would like to call our Fire Chief, Dante Suarez. Would you please come up, please?
Thank you, Mary Whitney. As Chief of the Fitchburg Fire Department, I would like to award Martin Marty Kukala posthumously for the Rotary Club Award as Fitchburg Firefighter of the Year. Marty passed away in January of 2023 after a battle with ALS as an active firefighter on the Fitchburg Fire Department. Marty began his career in April of 1988 and was a staple firefighter at the Oak Hill Fire Station until he transferred to the dispatch center. Marty was one of the hardest working, most dedicated firefighters during the course of his 34-year career. At the time of his passing, Marty was the most senior firefighter, earning badge number 1. Marty's first love has always been his family, both his family at home and his family at the fire station. His second love has always been being a Fitchburg firefighter. Marty was a second-generation firefighter and enjoyed every aspect of the job, including the traditions, the challenges, and most importantly, the hard work. Hard work and dedication are part of Marty's DNA, as he really missed a day of work in his 34 years as a firefighter. Even as his health declined during his last year of service, Marty continued to work his 24-hour shift. And when the time came and he could no longer work that 24-hour shift, rather than retire, Marty simply began to work 10-hour shifts instead. Marty was the definition of dedication. Sadly, ALS would eventually take its toll on Marty's body and his health, and Marty would no longer be able to perform his duties that were required for his important role as a solo dispatcher in our dispatch center. But again, and even then, Marty being Marty, he would not quit. Whenever he felt healthy enough, he would have his wife, Renee, drop him off at the station so he could continue to train and mentor the new firefighter recruits that were training as dispatchers, even if it was just for a couple of hours at a time. Marty knew that his love for the job, his work ethic, and the experiences that he accumulated over his 34 years were important tools. And he wanted to use those tools to make the next generation of firefighters successful so that they could provide the city of Fitchburg and its residents the best service possible. Sadly, on January 31st, 2023, Marty passed away. But today, his memory and his legacy continue to live on. Today, there's a photo of Marty over by the dispatch console with his famous quote, "Just send someone." Marty understood the stresses of the job and would successfully use those words as a quick joke to relax a hesitant or indecisive dispatcher during their training. See, although there was a large age gap and cultural gap between Marty and the young recruits, Marty knew exactly how to reach them. And those recruits loved Marty for it and respected him. So now I'd like to close by calling Renee up, Marty's wife, so she could come up and receive the award. And I'd like to finish by saying from myself, all the recruits that Marty trained, and the whole Fitchburg Fire Department, Marty, congratulations. We love you, and we truly, truly miss you. Thank you.
Next, I would like to call Principal Deborah Wright from St. Bernard's Elementary School.
Good evening. Good evening. I'm Deb Wright. I'm the principal at St. Bernard's Elementary School in Fitchburg. We're here this evening with you to honor Jane Doran, who is a very much loved member of our St. Bernard's Elementary School community and has been for the past 32 years. Jane began her teaching career in the pre-K program at St. Joseph's School in Fitchburg and quickly came over to St. Bernard's Elementary, came across town to join our pre-K program. Since 2000, Jane has been our second grade teacher at St. Bernard's, and so much more. We are a very, very small school where faculty and staff are called upon to do many things. One of the things that Jane does, one of her many tasks, is to manage our school's website, which she does with patience and attention to detail, and an ability to sometimes make changes just in the nick of time. Any request is always met with a yes and with a willingness to go well beyond expectations. More importantly, Jane's classroom is a joyous one, filled with the sound of children learning in a wide variety of ways. Over time, her classroom has evolved to meet the changing needs of her students, but it has always remained a calm, nurturing, and child-centered environment excuse me, where children are loved and love to learn. Mrs. Doran is leaving us at the end of this school year to move permanently to Florida with her husband David and to their home in Rotonda West. Jane and David are the proud parents of 2 sons. This move will bring them closer to Matthew and his wife Casey in Atlanta, and to Andrew, who lives in Clearwater, Florida. Mrs. Doran is a very proud graduate of Fitchburg State College and holds both her bachelor's and master's degree in early childhood education. She's not ready to retire yet, and she's not ready to put down, turn away from her love of teaching children. She will continue to share her extensive skills with a new school community, St. Charles Borromeo in Port Charlotte, Florida. Jane's new students will be blessed to have her. Her colleagues will find in her a dedicated partner in education and a dear friend. Her principal will simply be thrilled to have her with all her gifts and talents. I do not exaggerate when I tell you that the entire St. Bernard's community is heartbroken to lose her. But we will miss her and we will wish her well. And we send her with great joy on her next adventure. As we say in our community, Jane Doran is and will forever be a Bernardian.
Next, I would like to call Superintendent Thomas Brown from Montechusett Regional High School.
Good evening, folks. I'm not sure because I just came from the back, so I know it's hard to hear in the back. Okay, let's try. Is it this one? Is this one? Hello? There we go. I'm going to hold it up. How's that? All right. First, I want to thank the Rotary, Mary, Alex Vera, who was nice enough to join us at our award ceremony last night, for this wonderful award. It's great to be able to be part of it each and every year. I should also let everybody know that as of about 5 or 6 hours ago, we weren't going to be here because tonight was our graduation for the class of 2023. And looking at the weather, we made a decision to cancel it. But what that allowed us to do is to join Juan, our fantastic employee of the year, and let everybody know what a wonderful person that he is. So for now, just let me share my thoughts about Monty Tech's Employee of the Year. In some cases, the words seem trite. It is always such a wonderful combination. You combine the concept of excellence and humility. Someone who is excellent at their job but does not realize how much they impact their colleagues and in our place of employment by simply doing what they do on a daily basis. That is Juan Valentin. Juan joined us at Monty Tech in 2016 as an evening maintenance worker and later moved to the day shift as a custodian and is now our daytime supervisor. When Juan arrived, he immediately stood out based on the fact that he did not want to stand out. Juan simply wants to help his colleagues have a better day and provide our students with a safe, welcoming, and comfortable learning environment. He accomplishes this every single day. Juan is that colleague who has no idea how much he improves your day. There are those days that you come to school after a bad commute and you flick your light switch on and nothing comes on. Or it's the end of the day and you're trying to get out the door and you realize that you locked your keys in your desk. Small issues like that can ruin your day. Enter Juan. He arrives immediately to help you. He enters with a smile. He listens to your problem. He lets you know how he will address it, and the issue then immediately gets to work. The problem is typically addressed in no time at all. You take a deep breath and realize that your day is not ruined, and you thank Juan profusely. However, Juan is one of those people who responds with, "Don't worry about it." And he truly means that. To Juan, he's just doing his job. Juan is simply one of those people who makes Monty Tech a better place with his presence each and every day. And finally, I'm sure that Juan will be the first to say that his amazing attitude to life and work is the product of his wonderful family. His wife Betsy, his children Michelle, Johanny, Brian, and Leo, who all live in Fitchburg, and of course his family back in Puerto Rico. Again, Monty Tech is blessed to have Juan Valentin as our Employee of the Year. All right, we're going out.
I do have one announcement to make. Will all the recipients at the end of the program please come forward, because we want a group picture. Make sure nobody leaves, all right? Right now, I would like to call Captain Steve Giannani to present the police department.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much to Mary and the rest of the Rotarians for hosting this lovely event. Mary always holds a special place in my heart as the mayor that hired me 22 years ago. And it's always wonderful to see her. First off, I want to pass along Chief Martineau's apologies for not being able to attend tonight's event. Unfortunately, he is out of town at a conference for the major cities chiefs. He sends his regrets for not being here, but he sends his heartfelt congratulations to Officer Sean Walker. However, I look at the Chief's loss as my gain. It is my privilege to introduce Sean as Officer of the Year. Sean is a 10-year veteran of the Fitchburg Police Department, and he has worked various shifts during that time. With Sean's first bid, he ended up on the overnight shift, at a time that I was the shift commander of the overnight shift. It was immediately apparent to me early in Sean's career that he would be an asset not only to the Fitchburg Police Department, but also to the city of Fitchburg as a whole. Sean had a maturity that was beyond his years from a young officer. I believe a lot of that maturity had to do with the fact that he was a paramedic in this city before joining our ranks. And those life experiences that he learned doing that job certainly helped him transition to our job. Sean is a role model to his peers. He's been a field training officer for several years, helping our newest officers get their career started off on the right path. There's been several times where we have a struggling new officer and we have to figure out what to do with this officer to help them straighten out. And Sean is always the first FTO that we think of. We say, put him with Sean. Sean will straighten him out. Above and beyond his standard 40-hour work week, Sean has taken an active role within our training division. He is often helping our armorer with all use of force firearms and taser training within the department. It is for these reasons, as well as many more, that I could speak on for much longer, that I'm honored to introduce Sean Walker as 2023 Fitchburg Police Officer of the Year.
Next, I would like to call Mayor Steve DiNatale to the stage.
Thank you, Mayor Whitney. If you all were coming in, did you notice the tour bus that was out front? That's for the Lincourt family. Show your hands, these two tables, right? Seven kids. Great family, great Fitchburg family. Joan, 26 years, right? Before I get going, I know they're in the back, in the kitchen, Sodexo. Let's have a round of applause for Sodexo. What a great meal. There they are. Thank you. You know, we talk about being a lifelong Fitchburg resident, and Joan certainly is that. We used to laugh at some of the stories she told me about her mother, who was basically, if she were a male, would have been the pastor of St. Joseph's Church. She was that involved. A wonderful person. Her father, I loved him for a number of reasons, but mostly because he was also a Navy man, which I am. And he was a great guy. You want to see what he looked like? Look at his son right there. Put your hand up. That's what he looked like. Joan, I met Joan when she was working for Emil Goguen. Does anybody remember Emil Goguen? Let's have a round of applause for Emil Goguen. And that was one of the more special days, certainly in my career. How long have you been with 15 years? 16 years? Yeah. So, and I do. I have my home wife over there, Joanne, put your hand up. And this is my work wife. And she always has such a sunshiny disposition. Don't you, Joan? Always. Always. But seriously, folks, I want to say thank you and congratulations to Joan. Mayor Whitney approached me several weeks ago and suggested Joan, and I said, that's an outstanding idea. Because nobody works harder than Joan. She has been with me for a number of years, and I couldn't be more happy with her performance over those years. No one knows constituent services, and that's you folks, better than Joan does. So, yes, please. Please. She's been my executive assistant for quite a few years. And this is a fitting tribute for her, for all the hard work she's done over those years. And we all say, hopefully, as a grateful city, thank you, Joan, for all those years of dedicated service to the people of Fitchburg. Thank you. Yeah. What do you want me to do?
Right here on the side.
Right here? Okay.
I want to say something.
Go ahead. Oh, Joan's going to say something. Shocker.
I'm always behind the scenes. It's not often that I'm asked to speak, and I've been dying to get on this mic. The knowledge up here, you know what I'm saying? But I want to have a round of applause for Mary Whitney. When I first started working in '97, Mary Whitney was mayor, and she's still going strong. So thank you, Mary. And when the mayor spoke about my disposition, as I get older, sometimes I'm nice and sometimes I'm not. So I try to do the best I can, but thank you very much.
I'm very glad I'm giving up.
Thank you.
Next, I would like to call Bill Walsh from Rotary East. Bill, would you please come forward?
Good evening. My name is Bill Walsh. I'm representing the Fitchburg Rotary East. And you probably noticed that we are not on the agenda for tonight. And one of the reasons that we're not on the agenda is we're presenting a very prestigious award, a Paul Harris Award, which is a Rotary award. And it was supposed to be kept secret, and it has been kept secret. And for that reason, it wasn't publicized. All right? Paul Harris was the founder of the Rotary International, and the Paul Harris Award is given to members of Rotary who've shown outstanding recognition is named in the a worthy goodwill and better understanding, coming closer to reality today because of the Rotary Club of Fitchburg. The recipient has made a gift to the Rotary Foundation in the name of Peter Perry. Peter, would you stand up? I don't know how many people know Peter Perry, but it gives me great pleasure, Peter, to present you with the emblem of appreciation given to the Paul Harris fellow recipients, a medallion, and congratulations to you, and thank you for your commitment to the Rotary's common goals of world understanding and peace. Could you please stand and join me in congratulating our newest Paul Harris fellow. Peter? Thank you.
Yeah, that's fine. Next, I would like to call on Commissioner Nicholas Erickson. Please come forward.
First, I'd like to say thank you to Mary Whitney for this evening. It's fantastic to see this every year. I see a lot of familiar faces in the crowd. For those of you that don't know me, though, my name is Nicholas Erickson. I'm Commissioner of Public Works for the City of Fitchburg. And it's my honor this evening to recognize Gary Withington for the DPW's Employee of the Year. Gary's worked for the city for 28 years, and I've been lucky enough to work with him for 7 of those 28 years. And he's been an outstanding coworker, employee, mentor, and above all, a friend. And tonight's a little bit bittersweet because Gary's going to be retiring at the end of June. So I could think of no better way to send him off than by honoring him with this award. So thank you, Gary, for everything that you've done for the city of Fitchburg.
I don't want to steal the thunder away from you. Nick just became a father 2 weeks ago. A new father, a new baby. He has a new baby boy. He's so pretty. Principal Linda Anderson from St. Bernard's High School.
Seems to work best. You can always tell a principal's coming because you can hear the jingle. Good evening, everybody. Mayor Whitney, thank you so much for always bringing us to this wonderful event. And thank you to all of our friends at the Rotary Club for continuing to involve us. It's such an honor to be here and to celebrate Miss Heather Weibel-Tullio. St. Bernard's High School almost closed in 2019, and then we hired Heather, and we have since doubled in size. I know the expression most of us know as educators that we wear many hats. Heather wears all of the hats. I don't know anything she can't do. She is my right-hand man. She is always there, and she is a dogged supporter of our students. Because of Heather's work, the average merit scholarship our students get to go to college is $120,000. She is the reason many of our students are able to go to college, and it's just such an honor to bring her here tonight and celebrate her. She is such an unsung hero. She does not get the deserved praise that she has coming, so it's wonderful to be here. Heather, congratulations.
Next, I would call Principal Justin Sparks from Rheingold School.
Is that okay? You can hear nothing over here with the blower, so good in the back. I'm Justin Sparks. I'm the principal of Rheingold Elementary School. And at Rheingold, we have a saying and a goal to become the best urban elementary school in the state of Massachusetts. And we get there, we're on our way towards achieving that goal because of fine educators like the one I'm about to talk about in a second. Before that, I want to give special thanks to the Rotary Club and Mary Whitney. Thank you. And for Fitchburg High School for our hosting, and Sodexo, Dave Semenza, and the CAF staff here for a delicious meal tonight. It's so important that we celebrate the fine educators we have here in the city of Fitchburg who are changing lives and touching the future every day. I'm honored to have the opportunity to nominate one of our Rheingold teachers for this award. When I received the invitation from Ms. Whitney for Rheingold to participate, I could think of no more deserving educator than Jen Boudreaux, sitting over here. I've served as an educator and leader for just under 20 years, and Jen is not just one of the best, she is the best teacher I've ever worked with. Jen served the children of Fitchburg Public Schools for just under a decade, but her career spans much longer than that as she spent time teaching in Lawrence as well. And she's had some. Even her most challenging students know that they'll always have a special person in their corner when they return to school the next day. They understand they'll be welcomed back into their classroom with a clean slate always. One of the things that makes Jen so exceptional is her dedication to supporting literacy initiatives. She knows that reading is the foundation of all learning and goes above and beyond to help her students develop a love for reading. As we know, students need to be reading at grade level before grade 3 or they're at risk for a host of adverse life events. Jen understands this more than most and works diligently to ensure all her students are ready when they exit her classroom. She spends countless hours preparing lessons, reading books, and finding creative ways to make reading fun and engaging for her students. Jen's been on the forefront of numerous literacy initiatives both at Rheingold and across the district, always advocating for instructional materials to meet the needs of her students. As a member of our grant team, Jen's brought instructional practice and pedagogy into Rheingold that helped us move outcomes forward. Jen's a critical consumer of curriculum, able to adapt materials to meet the students sitting in front of her. But what sets this teacher apart is her unwavering advocacy for student needs. She's a tireless advocate for her students, always putting their needs first and fighting for their rights. She knows that every child has unique needs and challenges, working tirelessly to ensure all of her students receive the support they need to succeed. She has a direct but professional way of giving me the feedback I need as a leader, always, which has helped me grow in my skills more than she knows. I've certainly learned more from Jen than she has from me in our time together. Despite her incredible accomplishments, though, she remains very humble, always willing to listen to feedback, collaborate with colleagues to improve practice. A true mentor to her colleagues, she's always willing to share expertise and offer guidance to those who seek it. I asked that her first grade colleagues share a little bit of information about Jen to get a more personalized view. So this is what they've written. We learn something new from Jen each day, and she often doesn't realize she's teaching us. Everything she does has purpose and meaning, with the intent to uplift, celebrate, and empower those around her. You see this come to life when you enter her classroom. The needs of her students, no matter how small or complex, have been woven into her well-crafted plans to give each child the opportunity to be successful. Every child matters every moment of every day. Jen's level of knowledge and work ethic are admired by all. She puts in countless hours synthesizing curriculum to design lesson plans that she shares with her grade level. She adds a level of depth to the instruction that would otherwise not be there, and the backbone of her whole first grade team, always there to listen, support, and help the team evolve individually and as a team. Jen, you're so deserving of this award. Thank you for being you. And on a side note, this is from them, not me. And on a side note, if there were an award ceremony for most fashionable educator, you'd be receiving that as well. In conclusion, this teacher is truly a master of her craft, mentor to colleagues, and champion for students. She embodies everything that's great about teaching, and I'm honored to have the privilege of working with her for the past 4 years. Proud to call her a colleague and a friend. And will certainly miss seeing the level of excellence she brings to Rheingold each and every day. I hope you'll join me in celebrating Jen Boudreau.
Next, I would like Principal Casey Bolek to please come up.
Okay. Hi everybody, my name is Casey Bolak. I'm the principal at Crocker Elementary. See why she's winning? So it was an easy choice this year for us at Crocker to honor Miss Byrne. She embodies what the Crocker spirit is. She's only been at Crocker School for 5 years now, but I would say fitting into our culture and climate would be an understatement. I think she is our culture and climate. Miss Burns, our occupational therapist. OT usually could just hang out in their room, get their caseload, go home, right? Not Miss Byrne. Miss Byrne is an integral part of what we do every day. She can be seen walking around the halls, working with her kids, and then grabbing a couple kids out of line saying, you need to work with me too. She can be in first grade classrooms running whole group lessons. You may even hear her singing in some of those classrooms as well. Miss Byrne, I could really go on and on and on, but they want to go home. So the thing I'll say about Miss Byrne is she knows how we feel about her, because she's the type of person that, like, you just have to tell all the time when you see her. And so we don't have to tell her tonight. We love Miss Byrne. She's going to be retiring, and it is awful, but we're excited. We do have an offering plate for a trip to Hawaii, right, Miss Byrne? In the back, so if you guys want to help out, she wants to go. But it is my privilege and my honor to have this award go to Miss Byrne. Okay. You want to say something? No.
It's all mine.
You gotta go over here. Anybody else?
Principal Brittany Lavoy from Memorial School.
All right, hi everybody. Can you hear me in the back? I'm going to use my principal voice and this microphone. Thank you so much for having me. I'm Brittany Lavoy, I'm the principal of Memorial, and I'm here to present the Rotary Club Award for Service to someone who, after more than 23 years, couldn't be more deserving. Sue DiGeronimo has been in the city of Fitchburg working as a science teacher, where she couldn't have instilled more the love of science, and more importantly, she helped kids believe in their potential. Sue has also been the 21st Century Director in Fitchburg for a number of years, where she helped families really believe that the city is prioritizing the needs of students and families. She has worked tirelessly to build a program around those needs and to make sure no stone goes unturned. As our Dean of Students most recently, Sue has brought an absolute tenor of safety, of character, of citizenship, and it is really something that we're so proud of. We are begging her to never retire. The thing that I love most about Sue is her fierce advocacy and her demand for excellence. Whether that's students or teachers, herself or me, Sue is unrelenting, and she knows that people have untapped potential that they don't believe in themselves. When I first started at Memorial, one day Sue came into my office and she said, "What are we gonna do about so-and-so?" She was talking about a student, and I said, "Look, Sue, I'm doing my best. I'm doing everything I can." And she said, "Well, everything you can is not good enough. I think that we have more to offer this student, and we have to be better." And she left, and the principal at the time came in and said, "What happened?" And I said, "Well, Sue just chewed me out." And he said, "Well, why are you smiling?" And I said, "Because she's right." Sue has helped me reach my potential. She's helped me grow. She's pushed me to be better when I thought I left it all on the field. And I finally got the sense of what Sue has done for all of her students, what she's done for her families, what she's done for other educators. I am just so honored to bestow Sue with this award, because she has been an absolute inspiration to me as an educator, as a leader, as a wife and a mother and a community member. It's an honor to know you. I'm better for having known you, and I know that I've got a friend forever. So congratulations to Sue. We love you so much.
Next is McKay Elementary School Principal Susan Tingman. Can you come forward?
Can everybody hear me? Good? Okay. Today I have here in front of me Ashley Hyde, who, anyone who knows about all the redistricting, you know that this is my first year at McKay. So I'm just getting to know this young lady, and she's absolutely amazing. She's been teaching for 3 years, and in this short amount of time, she has made an enormous impact on students that she teaches and staff that she works with. Her co-teacher that she's had the pleasure of working with her will tell you that she possesses a work ethic and determination that is out of this world. She also has a ton of energy all the time. So if you're ever in a place where you're feeling a little sluggish, whether it's first thing Monday morning or last thing on a Friday afternoon, you walk by Ashley and it's 100 miles an hour. She's got great energy. You walk into her classroom and it's like walking into Fenway Park. There's a green monster, there's baseball paraphernalia everywhere. Any given day, no matter how bad the Red Sox are doing or any of our other Boston teams, she's there to support them at all times, just like she does with her students. And not only does she have this great energy, but I just found out tonight this cute little story about her and her fiance Anthony, who actually came into the school and proposed to her, which was just such a touching moment. And he's videoing now, so like, hey Anthony. She meets the students' needs every day. Older students come by to revisit her. Students that she's never even had come by and they want to see Miss Hyde. She's a pleasure to work with. She's, what do you need done? I'll get it done. I'll do it. She was not co-teaching, but helping a first grade student who was way beyond his years, really needed to be in second grade. And she's like, I'll take this little kiddo in for math. And they're just pushing him, and she's done remarkable. Another student who struggled and I had her when we were at South Street, and completely different student. Miss Hyde, she was just able to bring that little girl into her room and give her the love and care that she deserves. She's an amazing young lady. She's going to make an amazing teacher as she continues to grow. And I'm very happy that I got the pleasure to work with her. Congratulations, Ashley.
I'm sure you didn't. Well, I pulled it apart.
Yeah, that's all.
Sorry. I think I'm with Brenda.
Testing.
I would like to now call Peter Perry, who just received a Paul Harris Award, to please come forward. You're the last one.
Hey, great.
Huh? You want to bring all of them up?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I have the pleasure of teaching here at Fitchburg High. I have the pleasure of knowing that this is the last award. I have the pleasure to introduce to you an amazing woman. The motto for Rotary is service above self. And this year, we had the chance at Fitchburg High to be led by the first woman to hold the job of principal, albeit interim principal, but still principal. And each and every day, she rose up to the opportunity to serve. I'm so grateful, and I'd like you all to say hello to Tanya Jarrett.
Good evening. Thank you, Mr. Perry. Thank you, Rotary Club, for this wonderful night to celebrate staff and members of the community that put service first. Tonight I have, it's short and sweet, but I want to honor more than just one person tonight, which I know is different than the norm. Tonight I want to have the honor and privilege to recognize our unsung heroes at Fitchburg High School. This team works behind the scenes each and every day, but their work is so vital to keep our school running. Each day they not only tend to the physical needs of students, but also to the emotional needs, both of students and staff. This year we had 2 staff medical emergencies on the same day. They responded with swiftness and efficiency and provided life-saving measures to one of our staff. I want to give a shout out to Jackie, Vicki, and Christine for the work that they do at Fitchburg High School. We're truly blessed to have them. Thank you.
I would like to read what is on the plaque and present it to 5 of them. The Red Raider First Responder instead of the Employee of the Year. I think that was a great idea. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bill Walsh from Rotary East has something to say. Oh, God. Now we'll break this up. Huh? I can't hear you. No, because the mayor's got to come up and speak.
Okay.
Do you want him to come up before you or not? Yeah, then. I don't know.
Well, Mary's the only one who hasn't gotten an award. And that's a shame. You can't give an award to yourself, I guess. But she certainly is deserving of an award. She keeps track of all the awards, and not counting tonight. This particular function has given out 235 awards, correct, Mary? So you're the 236. And when it comes to service to the city, I'm sure there are people here who probably weren't around when Mary first got elected to public office. I was. We were elected at the same time, right? 1973. And that's a long time ago. What was that, Mary? And then she went on to serve as a city councilor for many terms, and then became the first woman mayor in the city's history. And then she became the first mayor to have her portrait denied to be put on the City Hall wall, right? Right. Took a long time to get your picture up on the wall. Anyway, Mary has loved doing what she does best, organizing this particular function, but she does have a secret that she didn't tell too many people, but her birthday was 2 days ago, the 25th? 28th? Oh, May, okay. So, anyway, I think that she deserves a round of appreciation for all the work that she's done over the years, just keeping this particular function going. So, we could all give her, I think she deserves. I think they have some gifts for you, Mary.
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? Good, because I couldn't hear too much anyway. Well, Mary's birthday was on the 25th of this month. 25th. Well, whatever. It was this month anyway. What you don't know about Mary is she has a sweet tooth. She don't worry about nothing. She has a sweet tooth. So Mary, about 4 of us got together and we bought you chocolates from every country. So this is what this is. That's number 1. We bought yellow roses. There's a reason we bought yellow roses. Because when Mary became mayor, she had a picture with a yellow jacket. Now that was taken down and it went to black and white. But tonight, we're giving her a dozen yellow roses to remember that she was the first woman mayor. So we need a chocolate. Now, we were a little late with the birthday, but Mary loves flowers. And so we done daisies. It reminds me of Ireland, where Mary's people came from, County Mayo. As you know, the president has just been in Ballina. Well, where Mary's parents came from, it's only 20 miles away from Ballina. So she's really got royalty, but she's got the president on her side. Okay, another clap. Here we go. Mary has put in 5,500 hours in this program. 235 people that were honored. And that's not, I think that she's done a lot more. She loved doing it. She's a perfectionist. And you don't want to get on the wrong side of her. I've been on the wrong side of her for many times. I've been on the right side of her. But the most important thing that I know about Mary, she's a wonderful woman, but she's a very, sometimes naive. She's gullible sometimes. Mary is lace curtain Irish. I know a lot of you don't know what that is. Do you know what that is? Well, it's a person who comes from Ireland and their parents believe in education and they believe in hard work. And that is what Mary's mom and dad did. She had 3 priests for brothers, 2 nuns, God help her, 1 nun, God help her. I don't know what she did. But anyway, that's the thing. So I want to say she comes from royalty when it comes to that. Now the Shanty Irish, that's me. We're different. We come from the other side of the tracks. And so I just wanted to say this is the most wonderful woman that I met in my political career. Mary, happy belated birthday and have great honor for the time you've served.
Thank you very much. I certainly appreciate all that has been done, and I certainly enjoy doing it. But this is my last year, I believe. I physically can't do it anymore. But before we end the program, I would like Mayor Steve DiNatale to come and tell him about the citation.
What am I doing?
Just tell me the citation.
Oh, the citations have been given out to each individual, correct? Yes. Hold up your citations if you're still here. Hold them up. Just to inform everyone, I'm going to read one of the citations, and they all say the same thing. Be it hereby known to all that the city of Fitchburg, Massachusetts hereby offers its sincerest congratulations to, fill in name, in recognition of being honored by the Rotary Clubs of Fitchburg as the Rheingold as School Employee of the Year. Employee of the Year, that's, you all got that. Entire citizenry extends its very best wishes on this memorable occasion and expresses the hope for continued good fortune. And it's given this 24th day of May, 2023. And it's signed by Stephen L. DiNatale. Congratulations, everyone. And that it? Thank you all for coming. Hope you enjoyed it. And we'll see you next year. Oh, and the awardees, if they will come forward, come up here. We're going to take a group photo.
I have Heather Tullio here from St. Bernard's High School. She was honored with the Municipal Award for St. Bernard's this year. Now, Heather, how are you doing today? How are you feeling?
Oh, it's a great day. I just think so many people work so hard and don't always get recognized. So it was really, huge thank you to the Rotary for this great event and for thanking everyone. It's really great.
Well, we personally know that she works hard day in and day out for St. Bernard's and the community. We recognize some Students of the Month, and you're always so willing and look forward to really presenting the students to us, and so you've done an amazing job. Is there any words of encouragement or anything else you want to add?
Big thank you to Rotary. You guys work so hard and do such great for the community. I think everybody just stay positive, help your neighbor, volunteer. It's all good.
Hey everyone, we have Gary Worthington here, who has been honored as the Employee of the Year for the DPW. Now Gary, how long have you been with the DPW?
28 years.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yes, it is.
And so how do you feel being honored this evening?
Oh, it's a great honor to have this award.
Hey everyone, I'm here with Vicky, Christine, and Jacqueline from Fitchburg High School. Now ladies, how does it feel to be honored this evening?
It feels amazing, honestly.
Were you expecting this?
No.
Not at all.
No, and we really appreciate the efforts of Principal Jarrett in selecting us. We're really humbled by it.
Yeah, I feel very honored to receive this award, and it's nice to be appreciated.
That's awesome, and I know you've all given so much time out of your lives to really ensure that the kids, they have a good experience in high school. High school can be a tough experience for a lot of kids, and we are very appreciative of everything you do.